Hello everyone, it's Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. Happy Saturday, Tuesday night. Oh gosh, I am really wishing the week away, aren't I? Hope everyone is having a fabulous day. I am very, very happy to be here tonight. That might give you an idea of what we're creating tonight. Let's just give us a few minutes and see who is going to join us tonight. And I'm hoping that I will be able to see on my iPad who comments and all of that sort of thing. So without having to stand up and sit down all the time like I had to do last week, and I still miss people. All right, let's see. Ooh. Make sure my volume is off. I'm really excited to be here tonight. Hopefully a couple of people will watch besides me, and yeah. So just give people a moment to join. I hope everyone's having a fabulous week so far. I know it's only Tuesday, or if you're in North America, it's still Monday, I think. Yeah, so I hope you're all having a great week and everyone's safe and well. Hi Glenda L, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Oh, there's someone else watching, but I can't see who they are. So, whoever you are, hello. Okay. So, wow, it's been a big week in the Stamping Up world, and it's only Tuesday. So, for demonstrators, they released an online copy of the new annual catalogue. Apparently it was available yesterday morning, but I tried all day and I couldn't find it, and found it last night, and my goodness, it's beautiful. Stamping Up had its convention, which they call on stage, last weekend. I wasn't able to go, but I lived vicariously through others. Hi Glenda S, lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, so I saw lots of beautiful things that they made, and it was very, very nice to see all my friends all getting together. I felt a bit envious, really. Not jealous, but envious. Felt like I was missing out. How's that? But I always do feel that when there's an event that I don't go to. So let's get started tonight. I wanted to play. The other thing that happened today is Stamping Up this morning released its retiring products list. So if you follow my Facebook page, you would have seen it there. If you're in my Chrissy's Creative Eclectic group or my Retired Buy and Sell group, you would have seen it there. If you subscribe to my email list, you might have seen it there. You wouldn't have seen it on my blog yet because I forgot to press post. So after I finish this, I'm going down to do that. So one of the things that was on the retiring list was this Easter Bunny stamp set. And that made me so sad because this is such a cute set. So I thought we should use it tonight since Easter is just under 2 weeks away. And look, I can't see any comments at the moment. So if you're commenting and I'm not replying, please forgive me. I don't know what's going on. All right. This is one of the things. So the last chance list that they release, it has some things that go on sale in on the 9th of April, but sometimes things sell out before they even get to go on sale. So if there is anything at all in the current mini or annual catalogue that you have your heart set on, please don't wait till the 9th. I know you might miss out on a discount or something, but I'd rather you got what you wanted than missed out altogether, because I have seen that happen time and time again because people go a little bit crazy. All right. So, I wanted to tame this Easter bunny with this online exclusive set that you'll only find online. It was released earlier this month. So last week we played with, it's called Filled with Fun. So last week we played with the latte set. This week we're playing with the Filled with Fun. And Glenda, the stamp set you bought is retiring too. I just saw that today. So let me show you the dies that go with this set. So it makes a little cart. So you've got the body of the cart here. You've got some wheels and the inside of the wheels and the tires, and then you've got these bits that go around the presents and the flowers and balloons and hearts. So there's lots in this little set. And you can team it with whatever you like. So I thought we would team it with the Easter Bunny set. But this is the card I'm using as inspiration. So I made this for a swap for Stamping Family last year. And I just love it. It's one of my favourite cards. And I had some of this stenciled background left, so I wanted to use that. And I thought this little bunny would look super, super cute in the cart. So let's get started. So I have done some die cutting, and I had, as I said, I had a piece of stenciled. Now the stencils or masks that we used to make this will be retiring. Okay, so this is just used a blending brush and the soft sea foam ink. Okay, so I see I've got quite a few of those, so if I make a mistake I've got opportunity to fix it. All right, so let's see who else we've got watching. Can't see anyone else. Let me just try again. Oh, hi Jody, I can see you're watching. Sorry, I didn't see you before. All right, there might be a small group tonight. So I've die cut a few things. I haven't stamped them yet because I wanted to try out, and because I haven't tried it out yet, I had intended to but haven't had the opportunity. I wanted to try out this new tool, Sizzix tool. And I'm allowed to use it because Stampin' Up currently doesn't have a stamping platform of any description. They just have blocks, and that's not the same thing. And I'm not getting paid to promote it or anything like that. It's just something that I want to try. So it's oh, I have to. It might be a bit tricky with my camera. My camera's down quite low. So I've got a piece of paper. This is sticky paper, right? And this is the Stamp and Stencil tool. So yeah, and make sure you tell me what the weather's like where you are, and yeah, and all of those things. Let's have a little bit of a chat. Otherwise, I'll think I'm not. So I've got the bits that I die cut from, and I'm going to grab. So this is a photopolymer stamp. I've die cut some flowers. So what I want to do first is pop my flowers down, my stamps down where I think they should go. Now, I haven't used this before, so your guess of how this is going to work is as good as mine. Sorry, it's a bit pixelated. I'm right next to the router, so oh, it's much cooler there. That's fantastic. Jodie's very fantastic. I've got my little cart, the body of my cart. Now, I will be doing a little bit of fussing cutting today. Sorry, it's a bit pixelated on my screen. I'm sorry about that. I can't get any close to the Wi-Fi router because it's literally 40 centimeters away from where I'm working. And then I've got the handle for the cart. And I'm just going to pop that in there. Okay. So, just going to have to move it over it. Oh, no, it does come down here. Okay. So just pop them on there. So, oh, they lift up okay. Let's just give it a little stamp. I'll stamp it in some grey ink first, just to see, to make sure. So this is smoky slate ink, just to make sure that it's lined up where I need it to be. So I've just inked it up, and I'm just, oops, I need to move that. Just make sure it's sort of centered in each one. So those flowers look pretty centered. Maybe that one could be a bit better. So I hope everyone's really well. You can use a wipe. It does have a cleaner. I don't have the cleaner for it yet, so probably making a big mess with the wipe. Let's see. I'll just wipe off the stamp. Just, because I know it's not going to be absolutely perfect, but it'll be pretty close. So though that's in a good position, that's a reasonably good position. I'm happy with those. Now, we're going to stamp the flowers and the handle in Memento ink. All right. So I've got this little die cut for my flowers. And I like to cut and then stamp because I'm not really good at lining things up. And then I've got this little handle here. So those of you who are online, who are demos, who are watching, who are demos, what did you think of the new catalogue? I know you've seen it. The cover is beautiful because it's all about connecting and creating together. I think that's really nice. It's a nice change from seeing stamped things on the cover. I really like it. All right, we're going to pop this in here as well. All right. Now we're going to stamp the, oops, it's stuck to it. We're going to stamp that in Memento. Let's pop those down, make sure they're in there firmly. As I said, haven't used this sticky stuff before, and I'll have to work out how it cleans. Oh, yeah, I haven't had a really good look at it, but I do like it. There's a video. So Jodie and Glenda, there is a video with the catalogue that they recommend that you watch first. So let's make our little cart. Let's use the soft sorbet. So we'll make it a red cart. All right. So I'll ink that up. And we're gonna make the handle and the flowers. We're just gonna do them in Memento ink. Now this is a brand new set, so I'm not sure. Now these sheets are replaceable. So once they stop being sticky, you can replace them. I just have to watch the video of how to clean them. So let's see if we can get this right. Hi Fiona, lovely to see you. I'm looking forward to seeing you at class tomorrow for our beach day class. Now my ink pad had something on it, so I need to take that off the soft, whatever that little ratty thing was on my soft sorbet ink pad. I didn't quite have that one lined up properly, but it's pretty close. I'm actually okay with that. I'm just going to re-ink that soft sorbet, and I'm going to re-ink the flowers as well. And the handle of the cart. So let's see how that goes. Now, apparently you don't have to press too hard. I think that you can turn it over and the other side is less, less grooved. So I think you can put rubber stamps on this side. I don't know. We'll try that another time. Oh, that's a bit better. This one's sticking. Right, so it doesn't like little little ones. We'll take those off and move that out of the way. So what you need to do is you're going to take your pick tool and just put it under the corner, and then you can just peel that off. Okay, so that works. Okay, this one I didn't quite have lined up, but it's lined up enough so that you'll get the idea. All right, I'm going to put that out of the way. The other bit of stamping I also want to do is I want to stamp this. Have I lost that already? I want to stamp this bunny here. And I'm just going to stamp that using a block because I'm pretty confident with those bunnies. See, I've even got little eggshells. Oh, I've got bling in here, so that's good. I've even got some already coloured, but they're not the right one. I want to use, and I'm going to have my little carrots as well. So, I'm just so sad that this Easter Bunny set and the dot matching punch is going. But it's an opportunity to get new stuff, isn't it? I've only got a big piece of cardstock. That's weird. All right. So I'm just going to stamp that in Memento ink. Look at that beautiful bunny. We're supposed to have a little mat under that to make it stamp better. So the other thing that's going, this is a mat from my caddy, my block caddy. The block caddy is retiring, so if you wanted one, you need to get it before it's gone. Yeah. What often happens, yeah, with the last chance list is people go a bit nuts and they buy stuff because they don't want to miss out, and so they don't even wait for it to go on special. So you sort of have to keep watching what you like and have nerves of steel, really. It's like watching those wine auctions on eBay, or not on eBay, like on Graze Online or something, and you're sitting there waiting to see like 5 minutes to 7 before the auction closes, or whether or not you're going to put in a last bid. Or not that I would do that, though, of course not. But yeah, I used to do that when I was buying wine for Steve, and sometimes I'd accidentally win more cases of wine than what I actually intended to. All right, so I've got some grey granite and I've got some smoky slate. So we're going, and some bubble bath as well. So we're going to really roughly colour this bunny. So how I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little smallest block A, which is retiring, just saying. And I'm going to, I'll put some ink on it. I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella. Now, the Wink of Stella will be in the new catalogue. It's just a little bit difficult to find. I'm going to colour the bunny's nose with pink. And I'm dipping the Wink of Stella into my ink that's on the block. Okay, so I'm doing the inside of the ear, the little bits on the feet, and I'm starting with the lightest colour first so that it doesn't matter if I go outside the lines, because the darker colour would cover it. All right, so I'm just going to wipe that off on my paper. I've got enough petal pink on there. Oh, sorry, not petal pink. Oh, one of the things in the new catalogue, you'll see Pretty in Pink is coming back. Woohoo! That's one of my favourite colours. So, let's talk about our bunny. Do we want a smoky slate bunny, or do we want a grey bunny? Grey granite. What do you think? I'm thinking that I'm leaning towards the smoky slate. I think. I can't see any comments, so I'm just gonna have to wing it and say we're doing a smoky slate here. Right, so again, same sort of thing. I'm just going to wipe off my Wink of Stella on my scratch paper to get rid of any of that pink. Right, get my littlest block. If you don't have a block A, get one. They're perfect for colouring like this. All right. Ink pads are going up in the new catalogue, so if you need to replace any ink pads, I need to replace this one because after years of being used in classes, it's broken. We don't tend to be very gentle with them in classes. So we're just going to really quickly just lightly colour our bunny. Now, really I don't need to colour all the way down here because it might be hidden in the cart. We haven't decided yet. Just so this bunny is going to be a little bit sparkly. And if we can leave the bunny's face, I might leave the bunny's face white. Whoops, went outside the line there. This was something different. I don't normally leave the bunny's face white, but we will today. So, let's have a look. If I stop for a second, I'm just standing up to see if I can see if anyone's commented. It's because I'm really worried that you might think I am ignoring you, and I'm really not. Okay, so let's get this bunny. So I've got a white-faced bunny. Got a bit of grey. We can make it a bit more grey. I think if we had have made it grey granite, it probably would have been even more of a browny, dirty grey than this pretty sparkly grey. Just colour it all in. Make it a bit darker there. So nice, easy colouring. I'm going to leave the soles of his feet. Soles of the bunny's feet are going to not be coloured either. I'm going to leave them white. Okay, so we've done our bunny. Alright. The other thing I want to stamp that I didn't stamp before, I want to stamp the words Happy Easter. Oh. Did I tell you that I have the best husband ever? He just brought me a cup of coffee because he knows that I need one. Look, it's just perfect in my favourite cup. How cool is that? He's such a keeper. Anyway, so yes, a beautiful cup of coffee. All right. I'm just going to grab my scissors. Now, I did bring them upstairs. I know I brought them upstairs. Isn't that funny? You bring stuff up and you go, I know that it's here, and you can't see it. So I'm going to use, I'm not using my Stampin' Up scissors today because my hands are very sore. And these scissors are ones that I use when I have a fibromyalgia flare-up, so which I have got at the moment. So I've surprised myself staying out of bed all day today, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna trim my little bunny. Yeah. So those of you who were stalking the demonstrators who went on stage, what things did you see that you really liked? I would like to know what people saw that they thought, oh wow, that is just awesome. Now really, when you fussy cut, you should just cut a smaller piece of paper. I would have loved to have gone to on stage. Glenda, did you go to on stage, Glenda L? I thought you might have. Alright, I'm just going to cut this out so it's a bit easier to manage. Alrighty. So we're just gonna, so when you're cutting, you're turning, fussy cutting, you're turning your paper. You might be turning your scissors, but you're turning your paper more than you're turning your scissors. All right. It is a cute bunny. You liked the card kit. I'm concentrating. White and none, please. Yeah, it's got 1 sugar in it. Sorry, Jodie. He is a keeper, I'll tell you. And he's actually washing the floor. I can hear the steam mop going. So he's washing the floor before my class tomorrow. He's vacuumed tonight. So he's very, he couldn't have people come into the class with the way the state of my floor was. But that might be because, yeah, last night he burnt one of my pots. He fell asleep while he was cooking. He put something on the stove and fell asleep. Like went into the lounge and fell asleep, and he burnt it, the pot. So I was a bit cranky last night. So he might be trying to earn brownie points. Because it was a very expensive pot. But it's all right. Oakley dokley. So we've got a little bunny. We're going to quickly colour some flowers. Now, I've already die cut this piece. And now I've done this in pecan pie. And this is like a... And I don't know whether we're going to use it or not. So, and I've die cut some little silver bits for the wheels. Now, these are die cut from the holograph paper, which is retiring as well, the specialty paper, and I've got some black tires. So we're going to just quickly colour. And I don't like, the other thing I don't like how this is looking. So I'm just going to cut off that end there. And even though it is die cut, because I am in the remedial die cutting class today, I am going to just trim that. So I'm happy with it. Because I think it had, I like the white to be more even around it. I'm not as worried about the flowers because they will, I'll show you a little trick with them, and part of them will be hidden by the rabbit and also the, or by the bunny and also the cut. All right. Jodie, you don't want him burning pots, okay? You really don't. And you don't want to have discussions with him about the dishwasher that's broken or those sort of things. So he is a keeper, but I think... So let's have some brightness on our flowers as well. Let's use Orchid Oasis. Now that is retiring too. So I'm going to get my little block again. And we're going to just pop a bit of Orchid Oasis on there. I thought I had Parakeet Party up here, but I don't. So I might have to not have green leaves. That's weird. Surely I have that. Anyway, I've forgotten something again. I knew it was too good to be true. So we're going to just get our Winkostella. Now, if you want to make this more runny, and you've got a bottle of isocol or rubbing alcohol, or even a spritz of water, it'll make it more runny. and it'll spread a bit more evenly. And it's okay that the alcohol and the water mixes, all right? It might spread more evenly. See, I've just added a little spritz of water and it's just spreading a little bit more evenly. Okay. And I know these flowers will probably be behind the bunny in the cart, but I can't help but I have the need to colour them all. You don't have to, all right? You just don't have to. Yeah, well, yeah, there's a story about my saucepan set, Jodie. When I was pregnant with Paris, Paris's dad, who's not Steve, he bought me my saucepan set, and it was, so that was 27 years ago, or 28 years ago, and it was a $2,000 saucepan set. So 28 years ago, spending $2,000 on a saucepan set was just insane. But it's lasted us a long time. But gradually, like, we're losing pots. And yeah, I think I'm down to 2 saucepans, a steamer without a handle, and a big pasture colander, and like a Dutch oven sort of thing. So yeah, I'm pretty protective about my saucepans. So I get really cranky if they burn. I don't mind if he boils over a cheap one or something like that. But the thing I worry about is that we have a timer on our stove top, so he didn't set the timer, so there was no need for them to burn. But he's okay. I'll forgive him. Okay. It was a lot of money back then, and it's still a lot of money now. So it was a different life, let's just say that. All right, so we're going to make the centre of our flowers a daffodil colour, Daffodil Delight. So I'm just wiping off my Wink of Stella. That's just a random story. Hi, Marnie. Have you recovered from your onstage experience? All right. So I'm going to pop a bit of water on that one too. Ideally, I would have liked to put some icicle on it, but that's not up here. We're just going to colour the centres of the flowers with Daffodil Delight and our Wink of Stella. And even though I've added some water, it's still going to look sparkly. Okay. So I wonder where that Parakeet Party ink is. Anyway, we're gonna press on without the coloured things. All right, so we've got our base card here. I think that, where is my, I should have a piece of green. So we're missing 2 things. I'm missing a piece of green and I'm missing my green ink. So I think I'm gonna have to do a dash and get my piece of green cardstock and some ink. Should bring everything upstairs. Let me just check. I don't know. And you had a Zoom meeting tonight, Marnie, not long finished, so it may not stay too long. Well, I'm trying it. I was trying to make it a nice quick card, but I've just lost 2 parts of my project. And I had it all out on the dining table. Excuse me, I'll just stamp this one first. We're going to stamp our sentiment, which is the Happy Easter sentiment. And I am going to do a dash to grab my, at least a piece of coloured paper. I just don't even know where it might be. I've got my base. So we're going to stamp our sentiment in Memento ink. Yeah, well, Parakeet Party is retiring, Jodie. So if you haven't got a stock of it, I would be doing that. I could call Steve, but he's cleaning the floor. I don't want to interrupt that. And he wouldn't know where to look. Okay, 30 seconds. I will be right back. I have to time how long it takes me to get downstairs and back without falling over. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, Jodie, you're getting more Parakeet Party. Great. I am so sorry about that. Whew. That was a bit of a dash. I had to dodge the, what do you call that thing? The steam mop. Whew. And make sure and dodge the dog, because she thought it was funny that I was running down the stairs. And Steve's going, go slow on the stairs, because that's how you hurt yourself back last time. And ended up having surgery. All right, let's quickly colour in our leaves of our flowers. I am really going to miss Parakeet Party, I have to say, because it's such a pretty, vibrant green. Okay. So the last couple of weeks I've shown you cards that need lots of work. I promise next week our cards are going to be quick and simple. I think that will be lots of fun if they're quick and simple. Might even do a one-sheet wonder. That'd be fun. We haven't done one of those for a while. don't think we've done a one sheet wonder for a year. I think I did it in celebration last year. Okay. No, I'm not keeping any parakeet party, Jodie. Once a colour retires, I get rid of the whole lot except for one 7 centimetre square. And that's all I keep. Alright, so I'm using a... You asked for a one sheet wonder. Oh, I remember that. I'm using some soft sea foam for my background because remember I said we're using up these masks I've already done. Right. I need to change the blade on my trimmer. So I'm cutting this piece to 5.5 and 3 3/4. And then I'll just see what I need to trim this piece to. Just need to trim this a little bit to 5 1/4. Yeah, space is an issue for me, Jodie. I would love to keep everything, but I also know that if I get rid of some stuff, I'm going to cut this down to 2.5. If I get rid of some stuff, I can buy new stuff. With if I sell something, I can reinvest that money into more stamping stuff. So that's why I love doing my garage sales in June and July, because it gives me an opportunity to think about what I really need and then yeah, reinvest. Okay, so I've got my background. As I said, this mask is retiring. It's from the annual catalogue. Actually, both the masks in the annual catalogue are retiring, which is a bit sad. All right. Grab my seal. I'll pop this on. Now, I haven't decorated the inside of the card. And I probably do need to do that before we go any further. So what I'm going to do, actually no, I might not, I might just leave it. And I'll pop this piece on here. Again, just with the seal. All right, so we've got our pieces of our little cart all ready to put together. We've got our bunny coloured. We've got our sentiment stamped. So remember, this was the reference that we're using from before that we're reimagining. I think that this front piece, and I haven't done it yet, it needs a carrot. Just one carrot on it. So I'm just going to grab my Memento ink, and I'm risking it. One, maybe, yeah, I think just one. Just in the foreground down here. Do we want one? How many do we want? Do we want one or do we want 3? Let's do, I think one looks a bit lonely. I'm just going to grab my post-it note, a post-it note. Must be something in here. Oh yes, because I don't have any mask. I've got some post-it on a roll. I'm just gonna put that on the carrot there. Use my Memento ink and do another carrot. Alright, so they look like it's, so the back one looks like it's behind the front one. Because I think you need 3 carrots. Really, really do. And let's pop this carrot over here, because we need an odd number of carrots. That looks better. Right, so we'll grab a bit of pumpkin pie ink, a bit more colouring. Sorry, it is a little bit of colouring tonight. So my pumpkin pie ink, I need to wash it out and re-ink it because it's a bit of a mess. It's got a bit of a crusty, icky thing, and see, it's everywhere. Just wipe my hands so I don't get ink boogers. Who else was watching? Yes, I agree, Glenda. 3 is the way to go. There was someone else joined and I didn't see who that was, so I'm sorry if you just joined and I haven't said hello. Just scrolling up and see who it is. No, don't know. So whoever you are, hello, welcome. We're doing a simple card. Well, we're combining 2 different stamp sets tonight. We're just combining the online exclusive called Filled with Fun and the Easter Bunny stamp set. Hi, Tiffany, it's you. I wondered if you were joining tonight. Lovely to see you. It's lovely to see everyone. I really look forward to Tuesday nights. I really do. I'm really looking forward to our class tomorrow too. We're doing the beach day class. Last Friday night's class, unfortunately, I got really sick Friday, so we didn't have it. So that's been postponed. And that was our Easter wreath class. And I showed the wreath yesterday on my social media with a this or that post, and it's got an Easter bunny, and yeah. All right, so I'm going to grab back my parakeet party. I've cleaned off my block. Just cleaned off. And I need to do the leaves, and I don't think that it matters that I've used 2 different greens. So I'm doing before I put any water on my block or any alcohol on my block, I'm doing the back leaf of each of the carrot tops because I want it to look like they're shadowed by the little leaf in front. So there's a method to my madness. All right. And, oops, I didn't mean to wipe that off. Let's re-ink it. Got carried away. We're going to just spritz a bit of water on it. And it just runs a bit smoother. I'm glad you think they're fun. Jody, I think they're... And this will be a little bit lighter. So what's everyone's plans for the week? Tiffany, how are you going with your, and Glenda, how are you going with your tutorials from our paper share? We've got another paper share coming up with annual catalogue stuff. And let me tell you, some of the annual catalogue papers are pretty smick. I spent a bit of time drooling over them last night. I can't wait to get the actual catalogue. Oh, you've only done one. That's okay. I think Glenda's done one. Oh, I don't know. Well, Glenda L loves our Tuesday night casting sessions too. I'm so glad. All right, let's have a look at our little cart. I don't think we need to use the top part of our cart. We could put it in the background, but I don't think that we need to. So So what we're going to do is we're going to work out where our little cart needs to go. Yes, toddlers do keep you busy. So do parents and husbands and and nieces, and I want to do a little shout out to my great niece Ava, because poor Ava was unwell, and Ava, I hope you're feeling much better, and that Mum is giving you lots of ice cream. I'm hoping that you're allowed to have ice cream, and that you're getting lots of screen time too. Poor Ava was unwell last week and was in hospital, so she's my niece's daughter. So, oh, you've only done one. Oh, you've been busy with soiree business. Does that mean that you've been making swaps, Glenda? I'm so looking forward to soiree by the sea. It's going to be fun. Shani and I had a meeting about it this morning, and we've talked to the restaurant and all sorts of things. So it's so exciting. All right, so I'm going to pop my little bunny on dimensionals. So I'm sticking my flower down first. Pop my bunny on dimensionals, because I want it to be a fairly, what's the word, layered card. Okay. Oh, we're missing Megan tonight. Yeah. So our first night of our soiree, we're having a sail away party, because just like on a cruise ship, a bit like a Love Boat, I think. So that's going to be fun. I've been thinking about my little what I'm going to wear, and we were planning food, and we've been planning projects today, and I'm so excited for the projects. I heard you at cruise. Yes, well, you're not coming, Joe. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to pop a little rabbit, so what I've done is I've put extra dimensionals behind the cut so that it sits in front of the rabbit, so the rabbit looks like it is tucked in that little cart, right? So can you see how it's coming together? I'm sure they'll be all right, Glenda. If you're really worried about it, just bring them over and we can have a chat. I don't know which way this handle goes. I think it's supposed to sit on the end, maybe? I don't know. We're just going to pretend that it goes here. We might need a bit of glue for that one. I'd actually probably like to not maybe have a handle on it, because normally I think it'd probably go down that way. If it's folded down, I don't know. Or would it fold back that way? I don't know. Let's just leave the handle for this second. And then let's look at the wheels, because the wheels have fallen off. Right, so we need new wheels. So ideally I would use black dimensionals, but you know, I'm keeping true to form and not having everything up here. So I'm only going to put the dimensionals single layer on the you put it on the left because you pull it, but you might be pulling it out to the right. So you put it here, you reckon, Jodie? I reckon. Maybe. Anyway. So before I stick these on, I'm going to grab my little bits of my holographic paper that I've die cut for the centre. Yep, that's fine. Happy to do that, Glenda. If you're happy with them, everyone will be happy. Some people really worry about things, so that's why I always offer, if you're doing a swap or something and you want to talk about it, we'll get feedback, then that you can choose to take on board or not. That's fine with me. Alright, let's turn this one over. Oh, let's just shove a little bit of glue in the centre of that one. Because I think wheels need a silver hubcap, so that's why we have silver wheels. And if it's difficult to put on, you grab your take the pick tool and pick it up and put it on. And one of the things I discovered is because I have a habit of dropping my dies on the floor, and I discovered that the magnet from the Stamparatus is perfect for picking dies up off the floor, because I can't get my fingernails under the dies on a wood floor. So yes, yes, it's made with love. That's right, Jodie. All right, so we're going to tuck this little wheel in here. I'm going to tuck this little wheel. It is a thought that goes and love goes into the creation. Some people just get worried about them. So, all right. Now, what I've done with this side is I put my dimensionals a little bit close to the bottom. So I'm just going to move them so I can pop my wheel underneath. In a perfect world, that bit at the top there would have been a bit straighter. But it's first time played with the stamp set and the dies and that stamping platform, which wasn't too bad. All right, so we reckon on the left, I'm going to pop this little thing. So it's coming together. I don't know if it goes, I think it goes underneath. That makes more sense to me. But you might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. So, all right, so we just need a little bit, we need to put our sentiment on, and we need a little bit of bling. All right. So I've got some little butterflies. I believe these are still going to be in the next catalogue. You might take a picture. I love putting butterflies on rabbits because, has anyone seen Bambi? And Thumper has a butterfly on his nose, or its nose, and I think that that's just the sweetest thing ever. So I do like putting a little butterfly on the rabbit's ears. Well, not quite like that, but we can work with that. Oh, all thumbs tonight. A little butterfly on that rabbit's ears. I'm just going to pop a little third butterfly up here. Right. They are in the new category. I do love Bambi. All right. So we need to just pop our sentiment on. I think I'm actually thinking that I need to restamp my sentiment and maybe put it, well, no, I'm just going to cut that there, and we're going to make it a little bit of a banner. So cut in the centre, just a small banner. I make things a bit difficult, don't I? Yeah, Marnie, are you still with us? I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're still recovering from that Zoom. It looked like you had a lovely time, and Megan and Vicky had a lovely time, and just looked fabulous on stage. So what I want to do is, I think that that's quite wide, but I'm going to grab my Orchid Oasis ink. No, I'm going to grab my Bubble Bath ink. Yes, you're still with us. Great. I am so looking forward to next year because it's in Brisbane. Can't wait. And it's my 15th Stamping Up anniversary, so I get to walk across the stage. And all going well, I'll get to walk across the stage as an incentive trip. No, I didn't ask you any questions, Marnie. I waited till right. I knew when you were had come back. Yeah, all going well. I hope to be walking across the stage as an incentive trip achiever as well. That's my plan. I've got 6 months, so fingers crossed. All right. Anyway, I'm just going to pop my Happy Easter banner on a dimensional as well. I think we need a few more butterflies. I don't think it's got enough bling. I think 3 pieces of bling just isn't enough tonight. I think that we need another 2 pieces. Yes, it would be. I'm working on it. And yeah, I think it would be just amazing. I'm going to pop a 3rd butterfly up there. I'm going to add 1 more big butterfly. So I've got 2 big and 3 small. And I'm going to pop that butterfly. Oops. Actually, I'm going to pop that butterfly up here. Move this little one over to here. I'm so not, I just plonk the, so that is our little card for tonight, our little Easter card. So, there's a little bit of work with the colouring, but it's not like as much work as if you were doing stamping blends. And I do love this Filled with Fun online exclusive. But I do love this one too, my original one that I did for my Stamping Family group swap. That obviously was all done with blends, and this is done, so you can see it is a little bit different. I don't know what happened with that boogery thing there. Let's just fix that. Let's grab, whoops, wrong ink pad. And I picked up a broken ink pad. Let's grab the Sweet Sorbet. Let's see if we can do a little repair to that. All else fails, I can put another 2 embellishments on it, can't I? I'm just going to grab my Wink of Stella. And let's just see if we can colour that in. Ah, just like a board one. There we go. No, wouldn't know that that little boogery thing was there. I have no clue what that was, but it's all fixed now. Yeah, so this one, I used the border dies to cut an oval in half, and I just flicked a whole lot of markers on it and sponged around the lemon lolly with some crumb cake to give it some colour. So they're a little bit different, but I hope you like them, and thank you for joining me tonight, and forgive me for running down the stairs to have to get more supplies. One day I will get it all together, hey. I'm hoping that I've got everything right for tomorrow, because it's been prepped for a couple of weeks, so I have to go down and check for tomorrow's class is all prepped. And well, we know the floor is clean anyway, and the bathroom is clean, and the table is set, so I know that bit's all done. Just check everything's all together. All right, so if you haven't seen the retiring list, check out the Facebook post from earlier today, or if you're on my mailing list, check out your emails, because it'll be there. If you are on my mailing list and it doesn't come through on your emails, check your junk folder and make sure that you have added me, Chrissy at the Creative Eclectic, as one of your preferred senders. All right. And if you want a hard copy of the new annual catalogue, make sure that you email me and let me know. All right, everyone, have a good night, and until next time, happy stamping and happy creating. Bye for now.